What's up, everybody? And normally this is where I tell you welcome back, but I guess it's welcome back to me. I am back stateside. I had an amazing trip, and I think one of the very first videos I ought to put out is about my international wallet. It is not something that I normally carry, so I did make a special video about it and what cards I was going to take with me to Paris. So I have all four of the cards here. They consist of the Amex Platinum, the Amex Gold, the Chase Ink Business Preferred, and the Apple Card. So I'm gonna let the kid do her mojo so I can set up and get all prepared for you guys.
Welcome back to my dad's channel. If you're new here, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
So with this, I'm not gonna give you a whole bunch of high-level benefits and this and that, whatever, yada, yada, yada. We've already actually been through all of that. I have plenty of videos on my channels, and I've actually went into all of these cards except for the Apple Card because I don't really go into that card a lot. But you have information with these cards, and this is of the understanding that you know what these cards are for and that you watched the previous video, which I'll link here to make sure that you're up on which cards I'm talking about, even if you didn't watch the intro. So first one up we have is the Amex Platinum card. Now with the Amex Platinum card, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It handled a lot of the travel benefits. It handled an overweight bag fee that I ended up having to pay, which was a mistake based on me because I switched my airline incidental fee credit to another airline outside of Delta, and then I did the cross booking with Virgin Atlantic, and that's a long story, but you know, hey, you win some, you lose some, so it was there. I'll get 5x points for it. It's all good. That's what it was there for, is travel purchases. And also a little bit of shopping because, you know, you can't lead a country with the Amex Platinum and not use it at least once. So it performed absolutely perfect. Oh, and if you're wondering why I used the Platinum card for shopping, even though a lot of the protections, as noted in the comments section, are only for US purchases, it's because my annual fee hit retention offer, hit the retention offer, got extra points, didn't leave any money on the table. Give me that. I like it when he does that. So the next card in the lineup, which was featured, was my workhorse, the Amex Gold. And like most workhorses, it worked. Like a horse. Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it totally worked. Now, mind you, in France, actually in Europe, period, they are big fans of tap to pay. I actually did a day trip to London, and even there, if you slid your card or you inserted your card, they made you sign paperwork and show your passport, even if you weren't getting like the VAT tax returned. So they're huge fans of non-contact payment measures. So this card, it tapped, everything was great. I used it at mainly the restaurants because remember, it only works on US grocery stores. So I actually did visit a French grocery store, but I used another card for that since I was working on the sub for that. But the gold card, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. And just like the Amex Platinum, there were no foreign transaction fees. Because remember, we don't want to pay any gimme taxes to the credit card companies for anything, and that's basically all a foreign transaction fee is. So this card really, it just really stood up, and I was really happy to have it there. I ate a lot of croissants. I drank a lot of wine. I don't drink wine. I drank a lot of coffee. I don't drink coffee. And it was just amazing. The food, the food. I mean, I could just, let's go on a little tangent here. The food was absolutely amazing. I'm still working on videos about the trip, but I have to put in here how great the boulangeries were, the fromageries, that's basically French for a bakery and cheese shops, and how the food was just amazing, and how this card got me there, and I got 4x points back for every euro or dollar conversion, however you want to say it, that I spent. It was really just A1 tops. Got to give a big shout out to Paris. Shout out to Paris. I didn't really eat a lot in England. I had some noodles. That's it. Now for all things in between and taxes at the hotel that I ended up having to pay and any ancillary charges, we have the Chase Ink Business. In addition to that, by ancillary charges, meaning tickets on the high-speed train from Paris to London and back, boom. That is a travel purchase, hence it garnered me 3x points. So this card definitely came into use because we were able to travel on that train that they measure it in kilometers per hour, goes up to 300. So that's about 180 miles per hour. And when you are zipping through the North French countryside at 180 miles per hour, but you feel like you're doing 40 in a Honda Accord, that is just tops. And in addition to that, every train had continuous Wi-Fi, even when we were under the English Channel. I just can't say enough how Europe's got it right with those high-speed trains, because it was wildly cheaper than 2 plane tickets would have been, and much less hassle, because we were able to just go to the train station in Paris and we popped out in the middle of London, from the middle of one city to the middle of the other. And this car did what it was supposed to do. It performed wonderfully. And in addition to that, this card as well has 0 foreign transaction fees. It helped me out with my sub, which I am very close to, if not already have hit it, because, you know, once you get back to life, you got to start spending again. But it also helped that, you know, the plane tickets were virtually nothing, and the card just did its thing, and I'm really thankful for that. So here we have the Apple Card. Now, I brought this card as a backup, as a MasterCard, because over in Europe, even though American Express is actually accepted much more than we would think it would be, smaller shops tend to only do Visa and MasterCard if they accept cards at all. Now, the reason a lot of shops accept card that may not have even accepted it before is because of non-contact measures with a certain, you know, thing that has that's a 19, well, you get where I'm going with this, a certain thing that happened. So with that, this is a MasterCard. Over there, they call it Maestro. And Visa is heavily accepted. And a lot of people use a lot of debit cards over there because credit cards aren't as rewarding over there as they are over here. So just seeing that and seeing people use it was actually driving me crazy. But getting into what the Apple Card provided, it was nothing. This card was just terrible. It just stopped working. The Apple Pay didn't work. I didn't want to call Apple, but you know, it's the first time I took it out. And if the Apple Pay that they want to give you 3x in certain situations doesn't work, I didn't want to have the embarrassment of tapping the card and having it rejected. So in essence, I got a 3 out of 4. This card is definitely not a gimme that, because it didn't help me at all. So there was no point. I tried it. I tried a little test run of it when I first got down for something small in a vending machine, and I don't know what it is. So if you're having those problems with your Apple Card, please double check it. I double checked mine, and if you look in the Apple Wallet, this is a special little trick here that a lot of people don't know. When your Apple Card has a 0 balance, it will appear as white. When it does have a balance, it will actually have a rainbow color to it. So I double checked it, card was white, 0 balance, and this card was utterly useless. So, the hell? Okay, all right. Okay, titanium, I forgot about that. It is titanium. So that's a thing. It makes noise. That's what the card did. It made noise. It just didn't make noise on the trip. It waited to get back home. But those are the results of my international wallet. It actually performed very well. I was very pleased with it. I'm very happy with it. There's no need to bore you with a bunch of details because you already know the benefits of the cards. If you don't, you can feel free to check out either one of these videos and get your fix. You know, I also have playlists, and if you stayed till the end, this is a pretty short one, so I don't see why you wouldn't, and I'm kind of awesome. You know, I thank you, and I'll talk to you later.